I always say that stress can cause chronic inflammation in the body because your sympathetic nervous system turns on cortisol and it just kind of doesn't turn off because it's on overdrive. And so your body's constantly producing cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And this inflammation just can trigger so many medical conditions to pop up.
Oh, absolutely. You really have a good handle on this, that's exactly how we talk about the gut-brain axis because of cortisol and other, factors, which like cytokines, for example, which you mentioned earlier. If you have, like nowadays, we hear about cytokine storms because they really cause a lot of inflammation and damage to our tissue, So it's very important to try to reduce stress. I can tell you a story. We had a lady, part of the Biome healthcare, which we had the company. We do also gut testing. People send us their fecal sample. We analyze both bacteria and fungus, and we see is there a difference between them. Normal people, we have profiles of normal, what you may call normal, and then you compare a person gut to that. And we had a lady, she come, when we did this analysis, we found that her microbiome profile really was out of whack, okay? So we also send them a questionnaire. We know what they eat, what they do. And when we looked at the food she is eating, she was eating fantastic food. It didn't make sense. And then, of course, we looked at the stress level. It was way out there. That's why we recommended, listen, you really need to meditate. You really need to take during the day, maybe 10, 15 minutes, relax, close your eyes, because we are all so busy, our mind all the time going. So that will help you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And in the latest research, as stress directly kills you by shortening the telomeres length on your chromosomes, which is a biomarker for aging. And when I learned about that, I'm like, wow, I have to manage my stress every single day. So I do breathing techniques in the morning, following the Wim Hof method. And I also do cold showers, which can help relieve some of that inflammation. And breathing helps to activate the vagus nerve and just lowers the blood pressure and can help subside all that inflammation that's being built up.
Absolutely. I mean, you are absolutely right about that. And that's why, like in the morning, I tell you, I wake up early in the morning. I'm an early riser, okay? In the evening, I'm so tired. But I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. I do a little bit of stretching. I do a little bit of, because I go to yoga at the weekends, I do a little bit of those yoga movement, which relax me. But then I have an elliptical machine, which I really like because it does not put a lot of pressure on my knees and this sort of thing. So I do half an hour, and then that's it for the day. I am really very ready to face the day. So it relaxes me, it exercises my body, and it set me up for the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, I do a jog around the neighborhood with my shirt off to get sunlight and get vitamin D, because over 90% of Americans are vitamin D deficient or insufficient. And it's crazy because it's such an important vitamin at reducing inflammation and keeping your body healthy.
So you can imagine we come from Cleveland, which is cold, and we don't have as many sun as you in LA. So we really have to do that. That's why sometimes I recommend to people that they should take vitamin D. Especially there are studies where we showed, and others, that some people have imbalance and they have an increase in protobacteria. It's a phylum of bacteria. And this phylum is a red flag for inflammation. And guess what? We said to bring this down, you need to do two things, apart from stress and sleep and this sort of thing. Number one, you should take more fiber, because fiber is gonna feed the good microbes in your gut, okay? Number two, you need to take vitamin D, especially vitamin D3. That's where you have ability to fight this protobacteria, which is the pro-inflammatory microorganism.